So the time contest, we have these schools. We have Ekumfi, and they are represented by Ekumfi, yes. I can hear. Okay. Sophia Andrews, and said you are Napa. I said, all right, thank you. Now we have Benjamin to bring you, and they are represented by Grants. Then we have it is not the basic school, and then all right, thank you very much. Please, let's start for them. So, maybe our group, your question. To attend. What is the central part of an atom? It's going to be the nucleus. Nucleus, yes, very important. She was so excited, she laid her hand and smiled. It's for you, so you are feel free. Your background, your question. What is the name for a substance made up of only one type of atom? All right, the bonus. Plus or minus 1, what are you? Okay. The right answer here is elements. I come to you. If you might be, your question is this. Particles formed when two or more atoms join together chemically. Particles formed when two or more atoms join together chemically are called. I'm sorry, one more point, one more. And then, so hold on. Yes. Molecule is right. Who are you doing? Next set. The process of moving weathered rock and soil from one place to another is called the process of moving weathered rock and soil from one place to another is called Hello. I'm saying the way the question was started. I don't know why. You are very fair. Give me an answer. The answer given to me here is erosion. The way the captain weather rocks and soil moving. They feel to me the word washing. We are telling you here washing. Thank you very much. So, that's your question. What is the name of the process in the rock cycle where rocks are broken down by wind and water? What is the name of the process in the rock cycle where rocks are broken down by wind and water? No, no one can know. So, no. Please, one is okay, so another here you see the way they ask the question. The way the question was asked, talking about the person that will go in the rock side where rocks are broken down. The broken down of the you do. Whether I come to you. Your question is, what is the name of the process where bacteria in the soil convert nitrogen gas into ammonia? What is the name of the process where bacteria in the soil convert nitrogen gas into ammonia? I'm sorry. Minus one. It's fixation. Next one. To our group. A recipe calls for 2/3 cups of sugar. If you want to make half of the recipe, how much sugar do you need? A recipe calls for a 2/3 cup of sugar. if you want to make half of the recipe, how much sugar do you need? So you have 30 seconds. All right, so bonus, plus or minus 1. Two questions. There is 1 out of 3. The next question goes to Reynolds. John ran 3/4 of a kilometer. John ran 3/4 of a kilometer, and Peter ran 5/8 of a kilometer. How much farther did John run? No. Another attempt. Bonus, plus or minus 1. It's very simple. All right. The answer is 1 out of 3. Next one. Your question is: a piece of cloth is 5/6 of a meter long. 5/6 of a meter long. If you cut it into 5 equal pieces, what is the length of each piece? If you cut it into 5 equal pieces, what is the length of each piece? And then afterwards, all right, the right answer here is 1 out of 6. Next set of questions. Our group. Express the fraction 1/4 as a percentage. 1/4. Express the fraction 1/4 as a percentage. This 5% you are right for 3 points. Then express the fraction 3/5 as a percentage. 3/5 as a percentage. 60%. Express the fraction 7/10 as a percentage. 7/10 as a percentage. 70% is correct. Please, I'll plead with you once again. I've been told that people have been rescued. Please, allow them The first one, they did it nicely. The second one, they did it nicely. Let the third one also be like that. Please, ahead of you. Last of the questions for around. Our company. In programming, what data type is used to represent whole numbers? In programming, what data type is used to represent whole numbers? All right, bonus. The answer is integer. Integer. Madam, they will back. They will back. Very soon. Okay. So the right answer is integer. Background. Your question is, in programming, what type of data, what data type is used to represent numbers with decimal points? In programming, what data type is used to represent numbers with decimal points? I'm sorry. For a bonus. Alright, the answer is floats. That's what I have said. Floats. Your question is, in programming, what data type is used to represent a sequence of characters like text? I'm sorry. Any other? Last one, next one. The answer is string. S-D-R-I-N-G. So you have to keep them so that next one you need to know. I don't know. When it comes to programming, the data type which is used represents a sequence of characters. It's called string. Alright. This brings us to the end of round one. So at the end of round one, KOKODO had a score of 6. Belgrade 3. Eyisam 3. That's not for them. These are anyways. Let's see. I don't know why people are trying to give me the impression that the parents in this school should have been serious. I don't know why, but I'm sure by the time we finish with this contest, a school or maybe 2 schools will bring you wrong. I trust it. Alright, so round 2, speed race. So you know the rules. It's open to all of you. But then, when the penalty of marriage are, if you are head, they get it wrong. Best wishes to all of you. This is the wide tube that follows the small intestine, where water is absorbed. Esophagus -1. Where water is absorbed from undigested food to form solid waste. Large intestine correct for food. For food waste, when you are going to the first one, you get it by a straight. But when you get it, when I expect you to respond to it by this two. Alright, next one. These are the teeth with two caps or points located behind the canines used for tearing and crushing food. These are the teeth with two caps or points located behind the canines used for tearing and crushing food. Yes, you can that. Yes. Chicken. Okay. What else do you say? Molars. Premolars. 1 minus 1 minus 1. For the third one, that one is 1. But for the second is 2. For the first is 3. Okay, it's either 1 and the other. I'm going to get it right. Okay. Next one. But no one should hold you. When you get the final and then you get the answer, I can't look for you. Alright. In the expression 4a minus 9, the number 9 stands alone without a variable. What is the correct name for this number? Yes. Minus 1.
Quotient.
Yeah?
Quotient.
Quotient. Minus 1. Will you get one or? You see, in expression 4a minus 9, 4 is the coefficient. The a is the variable, but that minus 9 there is constant. So that is called constant. Okay? You know the previous contest, we got an answer of variable. We also got an answer on coefficient. Now we go to the constants. We are testing all this. Alright, next one. Remove the brackets by distributing and then simplifying. So the expression is this: 3 bracket open, x plus 2 bracket close plus 4x. Yes. 7x is right. Alright, that's it. Next one. A car engine. So that one is it. A car engine burns petrol to move the vehicle forward. Identify the main energy transformation involved. Identify the main energy transformation involved. Yes, doctor, yes.
3,000.
Are you finished? You are ready, so we talk. Can we carry me? Can I do it? Minus one. Minus one. A special energy that is changing to mechanical energy. Chemical energy changes to mechanical. Sorry, chemical energy changes to mechanical energy. So this brings us to the end of the speed race, which happen to be the round 2. At the end of that is for round 2 only. These are the scores. Out of group 1. Belgrade -1. Ejikuma 0. You start when you get points and at the end of the day, all the points also go down the way. It's very good.
glad you asked. So, all right, so you will begin. Start work.
Welcome back to the program of the day. Now, for the third contest, the program of the day was also mathematics. And this was the question. A taxi charges a fixed fee of 10 Ghana cedi and 2 Ghana cedi per kilometer. So a taxi driver or a taxi charges a fixed fee of 10 Ghana cedi and 2 Ghana cedi per kilometer traveled. A. Write an equation to represent the total cost of K kilometers. Then B. Find the cost of 6 kilometers. C. State the gradient of the equation. Then D. Write an inequality if the total cost is not more than 30 Ghana cedi. This was the question. Now let's look at the solution from the consultants. You see, we have a taxi driver who say that for me, when it comes to seek for my service, at the goal, then for every kilometer that I'll take you along, you are going to pay 2 Ghana cedi. So we are supposed to write an equation to represent the total cost for K kilometers. You see that we are using K to represent the kilometers, the number of kilometers or kilometers. So for this one, we are supposed to write the equation. Then for a fixed fee, we know it is 10 Ghana cedi. For the cost per kilometer, we know it is 2 Ghana cedi. So if we let C represent the total cost, and the distance which is in K kilometers, then it means that the total cost or how much the driver will charge you or the total cost that will see will be equal to the 10 which is the fixed one and plus the 2K where the 2 is the variable that I think will depend on the number of kilometers that you seek or the number of kilometers that the driver will take you. So the equation is supposed to be C, which is total cost, B equal to 10, which is fixed, plus 2K, which is that one varies. And if you're able to do that, stating that the fixed fee is 10 Ghana cedi because per kilometer 2 Ghana cedi, that will give you half, which is 1. Getting the equation correct gives you 2. So that's the first part of the equation. First part of the equation. Then B, find the cost for 6 kilometers. So definitely it means that for the question which is C equals 10 plus 2K, wherever you see K, you are going to put 6 there. Because the cost for 6 kilometers, that's something they pay by 6. And when you do that, you get C equals 10 plus 2 times 6. And when you complete it, you are supposed to get the total cost equal to 2 Ghana cedi. So that portion gives you 3. Then you are supposed to find the gradient. Say the gradient of the equation. When you look at the equation itself, when you see equals 10 plus 2K, when you look at it, if you just suppose if you compare it to the gradient of the equation, which is equal to y equals mx plus c, you see that the x, the coefficient of the x is the gradient. And you have the constant, that you have the c or the intercept on the y-axis. So when you compare, when you get the post, you can see that the 2 is in front of the K will be the gradient, or whereby and the 10 will be the intercept or the y. So what that happens to be the fixed price. So when you compare the gradient or the slope, automatically you have to give you 2. There is nothing for you to take the y and take the x and like what people are writing. So that is it. Then the last part is that you should write an inequality if the total cost is not more than 30,000. Now if you compare the first set of questions, you can see that it's on the same way. For all of them, the last part you put it in the form of what? An inequality, not an equation. So that one, then now the expression will be 10 plus 15. If you are saying that it is not more than 30 currencies, then feel that it's going to be less than or equal to 30. So that one, the expression you see 10 plus 15 be less or equal to 30. And that gives you 2. So that is the solution for the problem of the day. However, I am very surprised. The performance of the school that we have here, I'm very surprised. Now let me go straight to, let me leave my surprises and go through the solution provided by the Christians. Starting with KOKODO. Well, this one, let me say my energy. And let me say before the two of us and the others. KOKODO practically, I don't know what they were doing. They got a 2 plus 3, which is 4 to 10, which is 2 plus 10. But we are saying that we should find the total cost. The total cost, we don't use anything to represent it. You get no problem there. So that for the first one, which is 2 plus 10, you have 1. The rest, nothing can be. I don't see anything. I can't have that. So our community has 1 out of 10. Let's have for them. I said you start to see that going. Before you can fail, you suffer. It's not easy to do. And you want that gives you 10 plus this 50, 10 density, 1 kilometer, 2 density. For that expression, that is the one, the half one. The rest, there's nothing to write about. That one, 1 out of 10. Then, what are the basic? Let kilometer represent. Let A represent for that one. Then, if then equals to, actually the expression was. The expression was not a continuous expression. And in fact, for that portion, there was something I wrote here that there was something that was written here that one gave me 1. So, same story, whether we finish 1 out of 10. Same story. That is something that I am very, very surprised about what is going on. Maybe after this, I have to ask some questions. So, 1, 1, 1, for the day. And that's the result so far. And the change. All right. So let's talk about the thing. If you can't be, there's always something going. Who's living? Who? Olivia. Olivia, thank you so much for being part of this project. Please stand and pick your mic and introduce yourself to us. Come again. So since you have come, still don't believe why you are coming to visit as far as two of us True or false? Is class 2 minus 1 for a bigger question. And it's minus 1 plus 1 for a bonus. It's 1%. However, I can decide 1%. It's not a bonus. Alright. So I'm going to read out some statements. I was going to ask both of you, tell me whether the statement is true or the statement is false. Alright. So I'm going to start with you. Okay. Just like the first and second one, I will start with the first sequence. So I come to you. The lava stage of the housefly is also commonly called maggots. True or false? Yes, it's a true statement. The housefly undergoes complete metamorphosis, passing through 4 stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. True or false? Of course it is true. It's a true statement. That one is not right. The other one. The last one. Alright. I come to number 2. During the pupa stage of the housefly, the organism is very active, feeding and moving around freely. True or false? True. I'm sorry, the first statement. At that stage, the body is not active, it is active. So you cannot move freely. I'm sorry. That's -1. Oh, good. Parents, your statement. A ratio compares 2 or more quantities of the same kind and is rated using the colon symbol. True or false? If you want to read, not to read, I'll do that. A ratio compares 2 or more quantities of the same kind and is rated using the colon symbol. True or false? True. Yes, it's a true statement. The ratio 4 to 6, the ratio 4 to 6, and the ratio 2 to 3 are equivalent ratios. The ratio 4 to 6 and the ratio 2 to 3 are equivalent ratios. Is it true or is it false? Yes, it is. It's a true statement. It's a true statement. Thank you. I'll tell you that when it's not your turn, if it's not your turn, put it off so that you can save the battery. Alright, so if I have a clue, your statement. In a direct proportion, when one quantity doubles, the other quantity is halved. In a direct proportion, when one quantity doubles, the other quantity is halved. Is halved. H-A-L-V. Is this statement true or false? False. Yes, the false statement. How can you say that? Is the dialogue of the last one is equal, the other one is equal? No. All right, thank you. The last question for the two of us. So do something for you guys. Like that. When the expression, so we give like all of the words can be follows. When the expression 3 bracket open 2x minus 4 bracket close plus 5x is fully simplified, the result is 11x minus 12. Is this statement right or wrong? True.
False.
I'm sorry, it's a true statement. When you expand the 3 bracket minus 4, you are supposed to get something, and you're going to conclude the computation. It will give you 11x minus 4, so it's a true statement. Minus 1. All right. The expression. Don't have it. Assume it. The expression 4x squared plus 3x minus 4x squared plus 7. I think that is 4x squared plus 3x minus 4x squared plus 7 simplifies to 3x plus 7. True or false? Yes, a true statement, but I know you can do it. I saw you can do it. All right. I'm sure that will like you know too. All right. I have a rule. Your statement. If the perimeter of a rectangle is given as 6x plus 10, 6x plus 10, and its length is 2x plus 5, then the width of the rectangle is x. Is this right or wrong? If the perimeter of the rectangle is given as 6x plus 10, and its length is 2x plus 5, then the width of the rectangle is x. Is it a true statement or a false statement? I'm sorry to disappoint you with statements. It's a true statement. Minus 1. I will go. Now we get to. So this answer is at the end of round 4. That's not for them. I've said it here that nobody should go only you. But when you get this, you know that you are going to have an opportunity and come from the source. At the end of round 4, only round 4, I'm a group, they don't want to go in, so they have 0. I'm a group 0. Better 3. Ekuma 6. I'm looking. So that is it. We come to the last, the climax of the whole academic exercise. The climax, with the tools, the rhythm. And mind you, this is the part that a school used to use. And the school. So please. Best is for you. You know the rules. It's for all of you. Don't wait for me to go down. So when you are ready to give me an answer, just sit and about happen on the thing. Don't be the hand, don't be the hand, not mind you. It's okay. if you have and you are in charge of the past I'll give the opportunity to the guys who come with them to take it of that. When you give the answer on the first group, 5, second group, 4, third group, 3. When you have, you are going to give the answer, I will wait for you to distract you and then tell you. Alright, let's do it. Now, listen carefully. I resist corruption. I am right in ways. I am used to make water pipes and chairs. I am not a natural material. I'm not giving you because I have to test you. Alright, Elders, you start. Then you continue. Did you have? Yes, the text. So this one, no deduction. Now I am out of content and technical. Yes, Elders. Your response, Lazar. Polymer. Okay. Plastic is correct. And it was answered in the last 2 to 3 points. They want something specific, not general. Next one, the second one. I am the hardest substance in the body. I have a number of dental tests. Bone. You need that, yes. I'll give it to you. The second thing. The end of my life. That's the thing. I'll make an amount of the marrow. Dental. That's the end of it. 4. You answer the 4th. The last riddle, which are going to be the last question for today's contest. Ready? How am I ready? Ready? I don't know what else. I show how many times a number multiplication is right. Remember the first two, it was tradition. Second one, the first one is the tradition. Second one was tradition. So if you are right, if you are right, as far as you see them, they don't need that qualification for tradition. Because you see the format approach in the same procedure that the pre-masters use. So if you are smart, you can do that. So thank you very much. And I'm sure some people will help you. No, I don't know the score, but I will help you. Thank you so much. So we wait for our score board district to finish with the score there. Chairman, please continue. There's going to be for me, my focus is always on the message. Not about the school that the schools will but I have no interest in any of the school's performance. I'm interested in the entire school's performance. So sometimes I'm surprised when I see this for after everything. Now, for number 5, this is the score for number 5. I will go. High five. Hello? Yeah. So I think, Chairman, but he will not need him. And we have settled our so before I read out the scores, remember when we go to the radio, I said that this is where schools can use to overtake the other, because it has happened before in the first contest and it has happened again. So at the end of the third contest, These are the scores. Aqua Pro had a score of 8. Let's clap for them. It's not an easy thing. Edukuma DA had a score of 13. Better Preparatory School came out first with a score of 15. So, Awako 8, Edukuma 13, and Belgrade Preparatory 15. All right, so Awako, thank you so much for being part of this contest. You started very well, but getting to the latter part, you decided to rest. Meanwhile, this one you cannot rest until you finish. Edukuma DA, you started well along the line, you relaxed, and a girl was brought to revive the whole thing, but the revival was rather late. So you were able to get, you had 13, a score of 13. Congratulations, Belgrade Preparatory School, for winning the 3rd contest. I will say congratulations because you have won, but you know that there is a whole lot of work to do. There is a whole lot of work to do, because coming first with a score of 50, which is far less than the first contest, the test we took at 19, it is that you have a whole lot of work to do. So I will implore on the teachers that they are qualified for the next stage, but we need to do extra work. Okay, please, I will have to say. Yeah, so thank you so much for Edukuma, your score of 13. I don't know whether it can help you to move to the next round. So, what is happening here? Obako International was still Greece and hope for the second place schools or other schools. And I am optimistic because I am saying that for the schools, the 9 schools here, I'm for you. But as soon as this contest comes to an end, I'm not for you again because I'm for the entire district. So thank you so much, and thank you, contestants. Thank you, teachers, taking pain to take this case through is not an easy thing, and we appreciate the work that you've done. But for you, these kids or these people or contestants wouldn't have been able to get this score. So we appreciate your effort. Though we know that there's more room for improvement. We have a whole lot of work to do. Because looking at some questions that some of you are getting involved, I'm not very surprised. So you need to have your way. Contestant, you need to learn more. Okay. So I hope to see you in the next contest. Belgrade Preparatory. Thank you all for coming. Thank you those who came to help me. I am so much grateful to you. Thank you.
Please do not go without picking. Pick whatever you put on the floor. Pick it before you leave. Pick it. This is it.